Today we got Venom versus Venom. Venom from Spider-Man 3 versus Venom from 2018, that is. Who comes out on top? Let's find out. After losing his job and his reputation for forging a photo of Spider-Man robbing a bank, former freelance photographer Eddie Brock saw Peter with Gwen Stacy and was as depressed as ever. He went to a church and prayed for Peter's death at the same time that Peter was there trying to rid himself of the Venom symbiote. Peter managed to rip off the symbiote, but as it fell, it landed on Eddie, transforming him into Venom. Now, Venom has essentially all the same powers as Spider-Man: super strength, super speed, super durability, that sort of thing. Although it doesn't have the extreme feats of stopping a train or things like that like Peter, he can very likely do the same thing. He's strong enough to pin down Spider-Man, knock him around, and send him flying with his punches. He's able to easily restrain Peter with his own organic webbing. Venom is also superhumanly durable, considering he's staying attacked from Sandman, Spider-Man, and Harry Osborn as the new Goblin. He even got a slight healing factor, seeing as he was cut by Harry's bladed weapons, yet immediately recovered. Venom is also superhumanly fast and agile, considering they'll keep pace with Spider-Man, battle against Spider-Man even while they're in freefall, and will blitz Spider-Man so fast that Peter couldn't even react. However, Venom does have some exploitable weaknesses. The symbiote is weak to loud sonic vibrations, and someone can take advantage of this weakness in order to free the host from the symbiote. It's also vulnerable to fire and heat, considering both Eddie and the symbiote were killed by a point-blank grenade blast. So that's we got one corner, the Sam Raimi Venom, Venom from Spider-Man 3. But, entering the ring, the other corner, the other Venom, Venom from 2018. Eddie Brock was once a famous investigational journalist, taking down titans of industry and bureaucracy with his camera. However, after investigating into the Life Foundation, Eddie accidentally bonded the alien symbiote known as Venom. After bonding, Venom found that the two were a perfect match, and they needed each other to live and to thrive. So they set out to do some good, but also a little bad. They are Venom. Venom is easily superhumanly strong. They'll be able to charge straight through stone, crush cars just by jumping on them, and shatter pavement by running. He's easily thrown men a dozen feet away, used a man to beat down half a dozen other men, even straight up thrown a man through a concrete pillar before. Then in his fight against Riot, he's able to send the big guy flying backwards with his attacks, and even managed to cut through the side of a rocket ship. Venom is also definitely superhumanly durable. He's able to literally absorb machine gun fire. Alka doesn't even care about a shotgun blast at point-blank range to the back, and he's taken several stabs all the way through the chest and the arms, and yet still heals from it. Then in his battle against Riot, he consistently got batted a few hundred feet away, was tackled through both concrete and metal, and actually survived being near a massive fireball that killed Riot, despite Venom having a significant weakness to fire. Venom is incredibly fast as well. He'll dodge Riot's attacks and scale out the size of skyscrapers or swim across the bay in just seconds. Venom is also able to create tendrils. He uses those to push away cars, disarm people or throw them around, and even pull Eddie out of the way of a bullet. However, Venom does have some exploitable weaknesses. High frequency and fire causes the symbiote a large amount of both pain and stress, will eventually be lethal. And Venom can also just be physically ripped off of Eddie by a stronger symbiote, where Venom won't be able to survive in Earth's atmosphere without Eddie. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, this is a fight that I'd absolutely love to see play out on the big screen, mostly just so we can get a definitive answer on who is the better and more powerful Venom. Tom Hardy's the better character and actor, but Raimi's Venom is a childhood classic, and both of them are real powerful villains. But who's coming out on top here? That's what we gotta find out. Now, since they're both Venoms and both have the same powers, all we need to do is look and see who is packing more power here. In order to do that, first we need to do is take a look at physicality. So, who's stronger? Well, with Hardy, he's easily able to throw men dozens of feet away, throw them through concrete pillars, and even use a guy to beat up other guys and casually toss them to the side. He ripped apart massive metal raptors, crushed cars just by jumping on them, shattered the pavement simply by running, and probably most impressively, stabbed through a metal rocket. However, I don't want to definitively say that Hardy is stronger than Grace. He's obviously bigger and definitely looks stronger, but really Grace could potentially do all the same things here. And that's mostly just because this version of Venom is able to be scaled off of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. This version of Spider-Man is a surprisingly powerful hero. He is held up and actually thrown a massive wall. He's held up a metal cable car full of people with just one hand, staggered a giant Sandman with his attacks, and the most impressive feat of all, being able to stop a runaway speeding train. So Spider-Man has some real impressive strength feats, but then Venom is actually able to overpower Spider-Man, pin him down, send him flying with his attacks. Only thing is, if you take away scaling off of Spider-Man, Hardy has shown a whole lot more striking power, being able to casually throw men through concrete pillars and the like, and also willing to simply throw his weight around more. And I mean that in the most literal sense possible, seeing as he crushes cars by jumping on them and shatters pavement just by running. So then what about durability? Well, this is one area where you can't scale Grace off of Spider-Man. That's not great for Venom. Don't get me wrong, Grace is still remarkably durable, seeing how he's been sent flying through walls, dented metal, and been able to take attacks from the likes of Sandman and Spider-Man. The thing is, Hardy is a whole lot more durable. He's able to no-sell a shotgun blast at point-blank range to the back, absorb machine gun fire. This version of Venom literally just does not care about gunfire at all. On the other hand, there's nothing to suggest that Grace's Venom is remotely bulletproof. It's been battered back 100 feet away by riots, then thrown another 100 feet and tackled through both concrete and metal. That's a whole lot more blunt force damage than Grace's Venom ever took, even from someone like Spider-Man. And then while Grace has a healing factor, seeing as able to instantly heal from slashes on his forearms from Osborn's blades, Hardy's Venom definitely has that one beat. He's been stabbed all the way through the chest and healed from it. And Venom even has a healing factor outside of the suit. He's able to heal a whole bunch of lacerations and broken bones after Eddie crashes the motorcycle, and when Eddie was stabbed right through the chest, he was literally able to just touch the Venom symbiote and he was healed right back up. This version of Venom is even better against weaknesses. Raimi's Venom was subdued by the vibration generated from Spider-Man hitting a bunch of metal pipes that was ultimately killed by a point-blank grenade explosion. On the other hand, Hardy's Venom is still vulnerable to high-pitched sounds and fire, but it was still able to protect Eddie from a 100-foot fall, even while being weakened with noise, and survived an absolutely massive explosion, exponentially larger than the same kind of explosion that killed Grace's Venom. So yeah, Raimi Venom might technically be stronger, but Hardy Venom is definitely, undeniably, more durable. So then about speed. Now once again, since Venom was able to battle against Spider-Man and even blitz him and out-react him, he gets the advantage being able to be scaled off of Raimi's Spider-Man. This version of Pete is fast enough to evade bullets fired at him, dodge blades thrown at him by Green Goblin, dodge cars thrown by Doc Ock, is able to expert dodge incoming speeding trains. And like we said, Venom is able to fight against him, even while falling in midair. He's even managed to blitz Pete before too. But when it comes to raw speed, while Hardy's Venom can take the edge, he's able to scale up the side of a skyscraper in just a few seconds, climb up a tower much faster than a rocket ship that was taking off, a remarkably fast swimmer. Then in a fight, while Venom has caught a gas grenade in the palm of his hand, or even his mouth at point-blank range, also managed to leap all around and dodge Ride's wave of blades and attacks. So if you use scaling, well, the two Venoms could be argued as equal when it comes to speed, but take scaling away, and Hardy's Venom is definitely a whole lot faster. It's like he's a whole lot more durable. However, here's the thing. Even though they're both Venoms and are the same character, Hardy's Venom is much more versatile, and I guess you could argue more evolved form of the character. He's able to release tendrils and webbing to incapacitate the foes, even disarm 5 officers at once. He's able to create a versatile array of constructs like spikes, claws, and shields, and the Venom symbiote is able to operate independently of Eddie, saving his life on multiple occasions. Raimi's Venom has never shown that level of versatility, even though his webbing is tough enough to restrain Spider-Man. So, end of the day, who's coming out on top here? Who wins? Well, I think it's got to be Hardy's Venom. Because really, if you remove scaling off of the Raimi Spider-Man, the Raimi Venom really isn't that impressive. And you can't base an entire argument just upon scaling off of one character, especially since Spider-Man ended up beating Venom in their fight. On the other hand, Hardy's Venom is more durable, more versatile, seems to have a much more intimate relationship with the symbiote, and is fast enough and strong enough to put Grace's Venom down. End of the day, Hardy's Venom isn't just the better character and the better Venom, it's also the more powerful Venom. Tom Hardy's Venom wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, turn notifications on the DanCo army, and I will see you all next time.